Hey, 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 I am Anya. Hey, 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 I am Ari. Hey, 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 I am Mommy. Welcome to the third season of Cozy Womb Podcast, where we can all learn and grow into better parents, one explained experience at a time. Let's go! Should you teach your kids about buying stocks? The answer is absolutely. I think everybody should be talking with your kids about managing their money at like age 6 and up. There are so many different books and, most importantly for your kids' generation, apps out there that'll teach kids and parents how to use a stock, what is a stock, how does a stock work, when you should invest, when you shouldn't. And there's a lot of apps that break down the simplicity of using your stock, or how to manage your money, or what the words mean. Just, better financial literacy that you need, that your kids need. And I don't know about you, but I want to make sure that my kids are better at handling their money than I am. And when it comes to children, I think children need to be guided. And if you can sit and ask your kid, hey, if you could own any business in the world, what would that be? Well, first you want to break down to them, like, what do you mean by own? And then you talk to them about what it is to own a business. And then you would want to break down to them, well, what does it mean, like, if I own a business? Like, what do you mean by business? So what I did with Anya is I picked up a book. And I said, okay, this book here, the company that published this book is called Penguin Random House. So that means every time this book gets sold or purchased online, they make a profit. And that profit turns into money that's in their banks that they can use on their card or as cash. So if you have a stock in a company, which means you own solid share units in a company, like, their improvement is your improvement. That means you make money. Now, is it money that you can use right at the second that you make it? No, but over time you make money. And a lot of grown-ups may have had, their grandparents buy them a stock, or their parents buy them a stock at age 8, and they've learned and continued a habit of watching a stock grow and, the characteristics of a stock. Maybe they might watch it every day in the morning when they're eating their breakfast, or reading a newspaper. You might look at the stocks. Or now there's so many different apps where you don't even need a newspaper to look at what the stock stats are. And over time, they'll learn how to read those stats. Now, I'm not going to lie. Looking at those stock stats are very, confusing. And, to me, it looks like I can't understand it. I'm not saying that I can't understand it, but it looks like it's something intense to learn. But it's probably not. It's just me assuming. And when it comes to giving good gifts, you can even gift a stock. There's a website called giveashare.com where you could gift a stock to a kid. I think that's a great gift. I mean, you could always buy a kid toys, you could always buy a kid clothes, you could always buy a kid games and things that they're going to destroy. But you can also buy a kid a stock, something that's going to benefit them later for doing something now. And I just think you should let your kid feel, what it feels like to own something or be a part of something, to understand that how something works. And, you have apps like Busy Kid, which does like a breakdown of your kids' chores, their allowances, and how much money they're making, and they can actually look and monitor their growth and their progress from that. Then you have a stock like Stockpile, which I'm browsing through right now, for an account with Anya and Ari, where you could look at different stock companies and they could think about the things that they like, and they can look it up and see how much a share is, and maybe you might buy a share in that company, and that could be something that they grow and can put on their portfolio later on. So there's just a lot to talk about, a lot to see, but I think the benefits from knowing how to manage your money should start the earlier the better. Like, you don't want to have to learn how to manage your money in your 30s or in your 20s or in your teens, when it could be something you could have been doing over time with your grandparents' money or your parents' money before you have to actually give your hard-earned dollar to a stock as an adult. So the earlier the better. So if you haven't been talking to your kid about money, talk to them. You could talk to your kids about ETFs on there. You could talk to them about managing a savings account, why it's important to save, what does having a stock mean, and all of that. It's a good app. And there's other apps out there. I'm not saying these are the only apps that you can use, but I would look into it and just have that discussion. And I think the progress with everyone and everyone's family comes with talking about the topics that matter. And right now, as always, and in the past and in the future, financial understanding and knowledge will always matter. That is how you have the ability to move around in the world. So talk to your kids about it. I think you should absolutely talk to your kids about stocks. Okay? And just think about better money management, and is it better for me to go ahead and buy my child stocks versus buying $200 Uggs that are going to be ruined by the spring? I don't know. Think about it. Maybe buying stocks may be that thing. And again, the website is giveashare.com. My name is Shan. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.